Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with some more MTG Arena action, and today I thought we would go ahead and explore Midweek Magic. Midweek Magic is a kind of weekly event that Arena runs. It takes place on Tuesdays to Thursdays, so you have like from Tuesday morning to Thursday evening to participate, and players get to play like casual games, Magic, in a variety of different formats, and there's no entry cost. That's part of the key thing. And then also we can get individual card rewards here. So if we win one game, we go ahead and get a rare card. If we win 2 games, we get another rare card. And if we win 3 games, we get actually a free mystery cosmetic. I thought this would be something fun to do, and I feel like I never participate in these midweek Magic events, but they seem like they're so much fun sometimes. So I thought I would go ahead and share it and share my experience with you guys. And yeah, let me know if you guys do midweek Magic and enjoy it. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what's up. This week's midweek Magic, I think this is, yeah, for this week we're doing a Strixhaven School of Mages Phantom Bot Draft. So this is a former set that we're going to be drafting against bots, and so we have time to select one card from the rotating draft picks with no waiting, no pick timers, add basic lands to make a 40 card deck, and then play against other players as much as you want. So we have as many games as we want, I think, to go ahead and get these wins. So like every single week, I guess you can pick up a bunch of rare cards. You can see that we have this like card pool assister thing from MTG Assistant or whatever. But let's go ahead and see what I have never played actually like Strixhaven that much. It was in standard when I started playing a bunch, but still. A lot of Magecraft. Here's an interesting card. Instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. It's important to know it is a phantom draft. We're drafting against bots, so we have as much time as we want to pick out our cards. But it is a phantom draft, so we don't actually get to keep these cards. But we do get to keep the rewards. I don't have a ton of experience drafting, but if you guys enjoy drafting, this is probably a good week to get on it. Elemental summonings. Instant or sorcery spell can attack that as it doesn't have defender. Honestly, this card's pretty good, especially if we're gonna have spells to cast with it. Pop quiz, that's actually not terrible, being able to learn and also do that. I might go Prismari Pledge Made here. Mage Hunter though, that's not a bad card. Agonizing Report. Remorse. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, or a card from their graveyard. Exile that card. You lose 1 life. So it's a bit of like a Thoughtseize. Maybe I'll just go with Leech Fanatic. As long as your turn has lifelink. I feel like that's a decent creature. The Heated Debate seems like a good card. Can't be countered. Deals 4 damage to target creature. Planeswalker. The 3 mana is a bit high, but it is an instant. Dang. Not knowing much about the set does make it hard to make a decision on what is the best thing to pick up. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile an instant sorcery card at random from your graveyard you may cast this turn. If a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile instead. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and pick up the rare. It does, I've seen Radiant Spellweaver before, and this seems pretty good. Professor of Symbology, this is a nice one. Learning. Cultivate. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Strixhaven Archives. I think that's what this, the set inside of this set. This is like a bunch of old cards got also printed back in the set with different arts. So we have red currently. Enthusiastic Study. Teach by Example is a nice spell that can double up stuff. But if we have white, we might want to go with let's go Star Pupil. Academic probation. Choose a non-land card name until our opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name until the end of until next turn. Sorry. Choose target non-land permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. This seems not like the best rare. I think the reason it's a rare is because it's also a lesson, so you can tutor it out of your sideboard. Because that's the way the learn mechanic works. See, this says like field trip. Search your library for a basic force card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Learn says you may reveal a lesson card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand, or discard a card to draw a card. So you can put like these lesson cards into your sideboard and then find them with a learn mechanic. If you don't have any lessons that you would like to tutor up, you can just go ahead and draw a card or discard a card to then draw a card. I guess we can technically play like teach by example and stuff like that. Target creature gets +1, so when that creature dies this turn, create a... Ooh, that actually seems really good. 1 mana combat trick that can also act as like sort of a protection spell. Beaming Defiance. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains hexproof. Expel, exile target tapped creature. We do need removal. We don't have any spells that work well with our Radiant Scroll Wielder yet. That is such a cool art. I like it. Dragon's Approach. Now this says deal to each opponent. If we find a bunch of Dragon's Approach, we might be able to tutor out a... though it says each opponent. It's not the Dragon's Breath or whatever, the one that is 4 damage. Or Reveal a Dragon, I think it is. I think it's 4 damage. There's another card that has like a damage spell that has to do with dragons, I believe. Zephyr Boots is cool. Adventurous Impulse. I'm gonna try and keep in red and white. This might be a bad idea. I don't have a ton of experience drafting. The 1/2 double strike's not bad. That is 3 mana, so I'll just go with Expel. Negate the fancy art. Oh yeah, I forgot they also had a mechanic or like a theme where like if cards left your graveyard, you would go ahead and like do stuff. Like the red and white had a sort of graveyard sub theme. More attracted to like the 3 mana 3/3 that also has some upside. We can put this in our sideboard potentially as well. A 3 mana 3/2. Not great, but not the worst. Guiding Voice, +1 counter, learn. Not quite convinced that's what we need. Revitalize? Ooh, I like this card. Don't ask me why, but also it's cool art. Let's go for it. There's no downside to building a terrible deck, at least. It's not like we paid anything for this draft, or if we lose a bunch, we're gonna like be down a bunch. So this is a nice card as well. You discard it, create treasure token. Campus Guide. Do we need the Campus Guide? Alright, maybe we'll grab like 1 mana fixing piece here. I don't know how much mana fixing exists in this set. No, we don't need that land. Okay, we'll go with the one thing that fits our colors. Academic probation. The 2 mana, 1/2, not terrible. We don't need a ton of teach by examples. We don't have a ton of spells to go with yet. Go with the dragon's approach. I guess we have to pick one of these regardless. I'll pick charge through. This is something that we could potentially play, and we don't have an option. Alright, second pack. Oh yeah, they have these cards where if you pay the like the student cost, I don't know what you want to call it. They had like this discounted cost where if you pay that cost, then there's something else. Your opponent gets a slight benefit also. Ooh, those stone binders familiar. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on this. This card was actually played a fair amount, I feel like. So 5 mana, search your library for up to 3 cards, put them in your hand, then discard 3 cards at random. If 4 was cost and an opponent discards any number of cards and draws that many cards. Okay, well, sure, why not? That sounds like fun. I don't know how much. Gift of the Estates. If an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for up to 3 plains cards, reveal them, and put them in hand and then shuffle. Honestly, that sounds kind of good. Maybe I'm just stuck up on rares, but claim the firstborn, gain until end of turn, it gains hits. Okay, yeah, it's a nice card, but I don't know if we need that. This is a removal spell. What do we have currently? Our deck is quite the mess right now. I guess we can drag the cards that don't really fit in into the sideboard. We'll go Professor of Symbology. We do have some cards that play off the spirits. Fuming Effigy, that seems kind of good. Semester's End. Exile any number of target creatures or planeswalkers you control at the beginning of your next end step. Return each of them to the battlefield under its owner's control. Each of them enter the battlefield with additional +1 counter if it's a creature and additional loyalty counter if it's a planeswalker. Sure. Sounds fun. The Loreheld Extraction is cool. I have not been paying attention to that at all, so. At any step, mill a card. If the land was milled this way, you gain 1 life. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so that wasn't quite exactly what I was thinking, but Mortality Spear is a nice removable. Pilgrim of the Ages, that would help us find lands. Go get the Semester's End. We'll just rare draft Divine Gambit. This card is hilarious. You basically exile anything an opponent controls, but then they can put a permanent card from their hand onto the battlefield. So it's truly a gambit, because then they can just put their best thing onto the battlefield. First Strike is nice, and it's a 3 mana 2/2 First Strike. That's not terrible. Maybe we just go with that. This allows us to exile things from our graveyard, which might be good. Necrotic Fumes. This was something that was put in sideboards often for Learn. Defend the Campus. I think we'll go ahead and pick this up so that we have removal, since that can be used to get rid of target creature with power 4 or greater. I feel like there's not as many burn spells as I was expecting. Pick up Relic Sloth here. Stonebinder Familiar, I think, is what we want. first day of class is cool. Let's go ahead and pick up Start from Scratch just so that we have some artifact removal. I don't know if it will actually be necessary, or I'm just drafting like a nuisance. Hall Monitor, maybe another 1-drop. Stowbound Mentor, I guess we can pick up another one. We almost have a full playset. We'll get this Ageless Guardian. Our curve is probably a little wonky. Now the cards are super tiny. Excavated Wall, I guess. Stowbound Mentor. Now we have a full playset of those. Grinning Ignis. Okay, now this was cool. Or this is an interesting card. There's a few combos that go with Grinning Ignis, I believe. I think it combos just with the God of Storytelling. What is this? Birgi. That seems pretty nice. So that allows us to replay something, which is very valuable. Ooh, reduced to memory is really good. At least I think. But they also had other cards that were good in there, but I kind of wanted the removal. Defiant Strike. I mean, it's a combat trick that draws us a card. It's kind of nice. Star Pupil. I'm inclined for creatures a little bit more than spells, but our Spellweaver, Radiant Scroll Wielder, it's not going to get much value this game because we don't have that many cards that deal damage. Maybe we'll pick up the Guiding Voice here. Semester's End. Her bots that we're going against didn't pick it up. Maybe it's a bad card. Who knows? Well, if you know more about Strixhaven, you might be like, what the heck are you doing? No, a little bit more removal would be nice. If we can survive long enough, I feel like we have a really solid kind of end game plan. All right, I think we drafted all the cards. Now we got to put together a deck. I don't know how much is standard for no, we're not gonna be playing Solve the Equation. Where is the card with the black mana pips? There you go. Alright, now we can play a 2-color deck. We need to put probably our lesson. We have lessons. Where's the lesson? I'm assuming if we put them in the sideboard, it works. Well, I guess you can tell they're lessons because, you know, they have the little scroll thing in the upper left. I think that's all of our lessons. Alright, now what do we think we shouldn't put in here? Defiant Strike, I like the card draw. I don't know if we really need that many Guiding Voices. What does our mana curve look like? 2.7, so it's not crazy. Realistically, we want to trim down. These dragon approaches are only going to deal damage. Oh wait, reduce to memory. That goes in the sideboard as well because it's a lesson. Did not see it there. Semester's End. It's kind of a nice pump spell. I mean, we could just do a 55 card special, but we only have 17 lands, so we definitely still want to trim, or upper land count would be like the two options. Star Pupil, Guiding Voice. I think we'll trim one. I don't think we'll have that much problem with lands. Maybe I'm wrong. Only does damage to our opponent. What else do we want to keep? I mean, we can just leave it like this. 50 cards. Okay, this it's not like ideally you should trim down your decks to like their appropriate cards or card counts, but alright, so we have 50 cards, 17 lands. I think we probably want to add a few more lands. We got a ton of white pips though, so we probably should add a plains and like a plains and call it there. 19 lands and 52 cards. That seems alright. Alright, you know what? We're gonna give this a whirl and see how it goes. This is my attempt at drafting and midweek magic. Let's see how it goes. I'm sorry for any draft players who just watch this and like vomited in their mouth or something. Rob the Red. That's funny. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like 1 mana removal, but I doubt. I feel like we have a pretty decent start. What do you think our opponent has? We can cast at an instant speed. Let's just chill. Our opponent doesn't have any plans to remove our thing. Ooh, that's actually a really good card. What the heck? 5 mana, exile it from your graveyard. Go ahead, draw a card, gain some life. I don't think we... What is in our sideboard? I don't know if we want to learn quite yet. Start from scratch would be funny. Let's just get the Spirit Summoning. There's more cards we can play. And then we can go ahead, attack. Do you want to trade your Historian? We go ahead, get ourselves a 3/2, which is pretty huge. 5 damage on the clock. What does this do? Ooh, that's cool. What do we want to do? Guess we can go ahead and just attack in with everything. If they want to fight, we can sudden breakthrough. And since they didn't, let's go ahead and do this. This says leave your graveyard, so it's not as strong as what could happen with like their cards, but I imagine it would be a little bit broken if it said Or it would be pretty good if it said one or more cards leave a graveyard. Oh my. They went flyer heavy. We're gonna have a problem. Alright, we'll just race them. No? Okay. Seems like they're kind of low, but maybe that's just me. I guess I could play hold monitor. That's a bit my bad. Oh yeah, this is the one that discounts if it attacks in, I guess. Oh my goodness, no way. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of that while we can. No. Alright, we have a win lined up here if the opponent does not remove our hull monitor, because this wait, no. Target creature can't block. It doesn't say target creature can't be blocked. We do have a wide board here. If we swung in with everything, we had a chance to win. Is there a sweeper that they could be lining up here for? I mean, we're going to take 10 if we don't block anything. So maybe we go ahead and block with the hull monitor and the professor. This seems fair. 3 damage sweeper. No way. No way. They have time warp. You're kidding. Oh my goodness. No way. Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. Exile. That means we lose our tokens. That's not very good. Oh my goodness. Okay, that time warp just kind of ruined it. There's no way for us to get back in the game. We don't have enough mana to cast our pillar drop rescuer. My bad. That was a PH. Don't ask me why. Practical mage. Opponent had a real nice draft. Though I did leave myself to most likely dying here. They just have to get 1 extra damage. Or no, not 1 extra damage. Ooh, that was nice. Kind of kicking the fact that I went ahead and what do we want here? Learn sounds pretty nice about now. +1, +0 until end of turn. Okay. Can't really attack in. Man, there's what were the dragon's approaches? It would have been real nice right about now. 3 damage just to through whatever defenses they have to get ahead and get ourselves a win. Though if we don't block, we have a chance at winning. Right? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. My turn. Okay, we play out. Wait, can we learn and also use a removal spell? What is in our sideboard? This would have been a really great time to know what is in our sideboard. Alright, well, we can still do like 3 things here, which is pretty good. 1 damage to any target. Destroy target artifact. Get reduced to memory here. Oh yeah, there is a way to do this. Oh, thank goodness. Holy moly, we did it. What an epic game. That was so cool. They even had an extra turn on us and we made it. Flyers OP, please nerf. Wow. That was tight. All right. Gets us one win here, so there will be at least one rare card. Do we already get it, or is it like a wild card? Or do we get the wins at the end? Oh, we claimed the prize for this one. Oh, it was a card that we already had from Phyrexial will be one, so we got gems. It's a bit unfortunate, but hey. Dang, that was actually really fun. This set seems like it's pretty fun to draft. I remember Strixhaven. The learn mechanic made for very interesting games. It's very strong, I would say. Being able to pick out what you need from the sideboard, but all the lesson cards that you can pick out from your sideboard are tuned to be pretty weak in general, though. I'm gonna keep this. We have 2 creatures. Maybe that will be enough. It looks like our opponent is ooh, Star Pupil. Got a 1-drop. Blue. I don't know if I really want to learn yet, and I'm afraid of our opponent having a counterspell. I don't know why they had to have a counterspell, because I don't know if there's that many running around. Vortex Runner can't be blocked if they have 8 or more lands and gets +1/+0. I remember that card. Actually, let's go ahead and attack in. Nobody ever expects the combat tricks. We might just wait until we play Path Caller here. Can also protect something with Beaming Defiance. My turn. I'd play land. Combat. Alright, this is... It's not exactly what I anticipated doing, but it is funny. It is funny. Alright, we'll just pick up the Spirit one. Spirit Summoning. There's the Spectacle Mage again. Seems to be a somewhat popular card. Well, we only have... Well, we could play... no, this costs 6 mana. I didn't realize that. That is kind of expensive. It is a 4/2 flyer, which makes it a very good body for swinging in. Okay, swinging with these two. Star Pupil dies. We can go ahead and transfer the +1 counter to like the Ageless Guardian, making it 2/5, which is pretty nice. Hard to remove. Our opponent surprisingly went for a pretty greedy color pie. Oh. Cast it, copy it, because they have a wizard, or a shaman, sorry. I thought that was a wizard. Shaman, cleric, druid, warlock, wizard. What do we want to put a +1 on? Well, I guess I could swing in first. I probably will put it on Stonebound Mentor. Or, you know, we'll put it on Professor. I don't know. Yeah, let's spread out the power here. They're probably gonna kill this, but that's fine. Get reduced to memory, it's more useful in general. Maybe we should just put that on the Ageless Guardian, but I'm afraid they might have a way to bounce it or something. Letter of Acceptance, Mana Fixing. Pillar Drop Warden. Sacrifice, return instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, activate as a sorcery. Alright, well now that they have no flyers, we can go ahead and throw this out here. Though we could reduce to ashes, or sorry, reduce to memory, and then play Stonebound Mentor. What would we return back? Beaming Defiance? We have quite a few different instant and sorceries. We probably shouldn't reduce to memory is one thing. There's a little gnat flying around in my room. Alright, well, this doesn't change anything about what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go play the return to past color. Or return to past color. Alright, we have like lethal on board here at the moment, so maybe a combat trick is what we want. Beaming Defiance seems pretty good. We get to scry one. We don't really need a mountain. We can remove whatever flyer they have with reduced to memory, and then give Beaming Defiance to our past color. So we have a pretty clean win here. They have a learn here though, so they can find their own reduced to memory. 4/4 elemental, that's not gonna do it. Alright, well that's good game as far as I'm concerned. That's no way you have Teferi's protection. That's crazy. Alright, well, if you want to play that way, guess what? We can Semester's End. Not gonna exile the token because it's not gonna do anything. But this way we can go ahead, get our things untapped, and with +1 counters. And then we get to return another card from our graveyard to... Wait, we could return the Semester's End and do it endlessly. That's actually kind of funny. I didn't think about that. No, I think we want like the sudden breakthrough maybe for just some damage sneak. No, our opponent's had enough. Fair enough. Those were two very clean wins. I feel like we've gotten a bit lucky. Our opponent did go for a bit of a greed pile, doing more than like 2 colors. Seems bold. Though, dang, the gold rewards are pretty crazy for the wins. Though I'm wondering if that's just like my oh, what is the card? Ooh, a mythic. Hold on. Sarah Paragon. Now that's a good card to pick up. This card is played very much in mono white. Dang. But yeah, midweek Magic, it's not always draft. It just happened to be draft this week. But like, I remember, I think it was like last week, it was basically future standard. So just the 3 most recent sets, no Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, no, what else was, what other sets I'm trying to think of. All right, this hand does not look so good, but we're gonna go ahead and try it out. We got Gift of Estates, which seems kind of cool. Fervent Mastery could be funny. But we don't have any red sources, which might also be a bit of a problem. Let me go ahead and fix the audio real quick. Songs are continuing. Oh, that's a fun card. We'll do Gift of Estates on our next turn. Just grab the Spirit Summoning. Oh, it was showing its reduced cost for some reason. That's actually cool. Doesn't help that we're on the play here. But Gift of Estates, let's go ahead and search ourselves, or search our library for some planes to keep the party going. Discard a card. We drew that many. Oof. Maybe we get rid of 1 planes. Probably not the worst. Do want to keep as much gas as humanly possible. Can't block it as menace. Oh my. Opponent's got quite the nice setup here. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Flying at the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and vigilance until end of turn. Okay, that's not quite enough here. 2/3 flyer though is kind of nice. Let's go play Lorehold Pledge Mage. No attacks. And then next turn we can play Spirit Summoning and try and swing in with the Pledge Mage. If we had an instant, we could pump Lorehold Pledge Mage and trade with our Moldering Karok. Or Croc. The zombie Croc. The fact that they haven't played anything makes me worried that they have a combat trick here. I think we're about to get blown out. Do we really care about this damage? That's the real question. Nah. Go ham. Go ham. No, I didn't. I forgot about that. I will admit I forgot about that. Whenever an opponent casts or copy an instant or sorcery spell, they lose 1 life. Ah, GG's. This game's over. We could remove that. Alright, let's just... No attacks, end turn. I think it's most important that we get rid of their Moldering Crook. Oh, it's power 4 or greater. Whoops. My bad. So I just threw my Stonebinder Familiar to the wolves. My bad. Well, Lorehold Pledge Mage will at least be able to take care of the Karuk. I'm so used to toughness 4 or greater from the Destroy Evil. Flunk. Target creature gets -X/-X, where X is 7 minus the number of cards on the controller's hand. So 7 -6 because we have 6 cards in hand. We're taking a beating here. We did manage to trade off with our opponent there for a second. Though we can go ahead and do this. Gets us a +1/+0 plus vigilance. Though we would really like something to trade well with that Blood Researcher. I guess we'll just do this. Give this +1/+0 and vigilance. So we can go ahead and swing and do a little bit of damage. Oh, that's rough. We need this gone as far as I'm concerned. And this will only be able to kill one of our things. Assuming they don't have a 1-mana combat trick. Surprised they're not worried about our combat. What do we want back? I guess we can do this, get back our removal. And that could get rid of the Witherbloom Pledge Mage the following turn, but we're gonna have to make some unsavory blocks. But we have stuff in hand, so if we can just survive this next turn and whatever they play next, we actually have a pretty decent chance at actually winning this. Opponent is a bit run out of gas. You get +1 plus vigilance. Bonk. We got the flying squad, which is nice. We can get rid of their Mage Hunter, and then we'll just jump the Witherbloom Pledge Mage. Hopefully no combat trick on the Mage Hunter. Please, no. Alright, that's awkward. Okay. So I think for the meantime, we need to just set up chumps. We have 6 mana. Alright, we'll do this. We'll learn. Reduce the memory will help us take care of one of these things. And then we'll go ahead. Wait until we see what they cast. And then we can defend the campus on their Witherbloom Pledge Mage. So it says whenever they cast. Maybe we just go ahead and do this now. Yes, we lose 1 life, but we can chump this Mage Hunter, and then we can get stuff out to deal with it. Village Rites, sack it. Oh, 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 that was nutty. That is bad. Keeps being a gnat flying around my face. That's the battlefield. Zoomancy. Professor Zoomancy creates a pest. Yep, they are a pest. I will give them that. We're just so low in life that we... If we play this and we do spirit summoning, we don't have enough for reduce to ashes. Stonebound Mentor, reduce to ashes. The Mage Hunter, we die. But I think we actually just have to do this. Well, we don't have to, but I'm getting pressed on time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. We can trade with the Professor of Zoomancy, with the Stonebound Mentor, and then Ageless Guardian. Oh, Baleful Mastery. Yep, that's a good game. That's a good game. That was rough. Playing first. Feels like it got us there pretty good. We were just too much on the defense. We were never able to develop the board. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play one more. And see if we can go ahead and win that final one. I will have to be going here shortly though, so don't have all the time in the world. This is a pretty good hand. Stonebinder's is familiar on turn 1, Beaming Defiance on turn 2. Opponent goes first though. Ooh. We got this to buff up our spirits, which is cool. Symmetry Mage, that's terrifying. Lots of Is It we've seen. Nobody's a fan of Ouroboros. Why is that? What do we want to do? We can see if we can get to trade one of these off. So they might have a combat trick. Okay, nope. Didn't want to do anything. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap this game up where I might have to concede because I have to go. Alright, well, unfortunately I have to go, so I'm gonna actually have to concede here. And, so I hope you guys enjoyed the Midweek Magic preview. Do think it's a fun event and something you can do to get yourself wildcards, so do recommend checking it out.